Recently, I've been talking about defamation, what constitutes a defamatory matter under our own Nigerian legal system, and I've examined the provisions of our law under our own criminal code. But because of recent happenings and then talking about the rights that we have to actually express ourselves, now when we ask the question, at what point do you or to what extent can you actually express yourself, and what is it that you will say that people will look at it and say that this is capable of corrupting good or public morals? Okay, so in course of research, I have now discovered that there's even something called Obscene Publication Act. Okay, and there's the one I saw that is of 1959, which is applicable to the United Kingdom. And you know, or maybe even if you don't know, we borrow our own legal system and we model our legal system after their own. So, but under our own criminal code, specifically under chapter 21 of our criminal code, you will also discover that there is sufficient provision for obscene publication. And under this chapter, the word article has also been properly explained to include anything capable of being read, heard, or looked at or seen, and it includes any film or record of a picture or pictures. It also what includes sound records. So publication of anything, any sound, any paper that it's that people will look at it, people can hear it, people can see it, that is capable of what? Um, Corrupting the mind of the people. The word used under our own law is to corrupt or deprave the people, is termed an obscene publication. Okay, so when you circulate it, you lend it to people, you sell such thing, you hire it out. That is also a form of distribution of such obscene article. Okay, so that is the provision of our own law. Now, when somebody says something, to be able to know whether the person can come under the searchlight of this section of our criminal code, to know that yes, this thing can corrupt public manner in such and so way as provided under this section. You also have to apply a particular kind of test, which is provided here, the test of obscenity. That is to see whether if you take that article as a whole, you look at it wholly, is this something that is capable of corrupting the persons that are likely to absorb the information contained in that article? That is the question that you have to ask yourself. That is the basic test of obscenity under our law. So before somebody will come and ask you that that thing that you said is capable of, is it capable? That thing destroyed this person. That thing made people to begin to act in a way that they are now wicked. The question and the test that you must apply is what? Is it that very one that you're referring to, that very article you're referring to? Is it capable of having such an effect on those people? But note that under our own law, the obscene publication, this provision of this very chapter of the criminal code, does not apply to exhibitions that are done in people's private homes, where you don't admit the public to come and view it, to come and see it, to come and hear it. Okay? Now, under our own Nigerian law, publication of obscene matter articles is highly prohibited under our own law, and anybody who is caught doing that kind of thing, promoting, projecting, showing, lending, selling, or hiring things that are capable of causing people to be depraved or corrupt in the public, commits an offense. And upon conviction, the person will be liable to imprisonment for a term not more than 3 years. That means you can go to court, but it will not, that imprisonment will not last more than 3 years. And then there is also a fine of 400 naira. But the question I always ask myself is this adequate enough, a fine of 400 naira, considering the times that we are living in? Is that punishment enough? Telling somebody that for what you have done, your fine is going to be 400 naira. How much is 400 naira worth? And this is the point where I look at some of these are laws and I tell myself, no, this is due for a change, this is due for an upgrade, this is due for amendment and all that. I hope you have learned something today. This is the Real Law Essence. This is where I give you premium legal tips to help you make informed decision, live informed life, and discover the very best version of yourself. We'll see you again. Bye. On another note, actually, do you also know that you can have a defense under this our law? So it is not just the mere fact that you have been caught with or that you have been caught with possession of obscene material does not automatically make you liable. Okay, so you can put up a defense for somebody who has made provision for such a thing. You can actually put up a defense that you did not even have knowledge, did not examine it to see that that is what is contained in that article, and you did not even have any reasonable cause to believe that yes, it was going to lead you into committing what an offense. To see you again. Bye.